Hi, Dave Knight here at Dave Knight Trading. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here. I lost another PA. PA number 25 today. I overtraded it, over leveraged. I got up about peak balance says 323, so I got up a little over 300, and then I just threw it away. Bottom line, that's what I did. And then you can see that EA 174 is up $1,111.50 right now. Over leverage will kill you. So bottom line, what I did is I threw away $130. That's what I did. I forget what I started with, PA whatever this year. But regardless, PA 25 failed, and it's my fault because it was day 3 today. I was up about 200. What was I up? I was up $219 coming into today, and I dollar cost averaged in. I DCA'd it. That's what I did, and put myself in a position where I couldn't get out. It became unwinnable. Just see if we can bring this over here. Now I got to move it off the screen. Got to figure that out. So here's where I lost it. I was winning on this bar here, but I lost in this rounded cup. That's where I blew the account. Thought it was going to continue down, and I just threw it away. Just threw the PA away today. What's the good news? The good news is I do have a job coming up starting August 26th, working with Humana, and good paying job too. Has opportunity for me to make a career of it. I'll be a career agent with their Medicare division. So I don't know how much time I'm going to devote to trading into the rest of this year. I've been kind of burned out, to be honest, for a while. Waiting for this stupid video to get done over here. Let me just. I just mute it out. Now, this has been a long road. I mean, I'd like to think that I could become a profitable, funded proprietary trader as a day trader, but when the market moves against you, it doesn't take long, especially in the 25K, to lose, to let the max trailing drawdown come against you. $1,500 max drawdown when you're over leveraged, it doesn't take long. Notes what I wrote. PA number 25 failed today. I put too much pressure on myself to succeed. Instead of simply trading, I'm getting better at trading, but I'm still over leveraging my trading account and not willing to accept losing trades. This has a lot to do with the max trailing drawdown. Over leverage and not taking a loss has been my nemesis for many years of day trading. Yes, I am 80 to 90% profitable with my day count and day trading, but the barometer is max trailing drawdown at Apex, ATF. This is the key component that is measured whether you win or lose in day trading here at Apex or ATF. The alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, original. I'm happy to have a job that will stop this insanity that I've put myself into. I have tried for so long to be profitable trader as a funded proprietary trader. Bottom line, I spent $130 on PA number 25 and failed that today by over trading. If I knew that a trading style could be profitable and pay me, that would be nice. So that's kind of where I wrote some words of wisdom out today. I do like the crossover of the 9 and the 15. What I haven't figured out right now, like right now you can see that the 3-minute chart showing it's a long, so in my humble opinion, you should be taking longs now, but this is a tough market to trade, long or short, when it's yo-yoing back and forth inside. And I honestly believed on this bar right here at 1157 that the market was going to give up. And I wanted to go max profit today and just run the account. So the PA, now that I have a job or will be getting paid, I wasn't really concerned with getting to 26.5 or 27,000. I was actually thinking I'm going to get the account to 30, 35,000 and then request withdrawal. I wanted to get it up. So um, what I know I'm going to do is continue to trade, but I'm only going to trade one EA to get it to PA, and have a one PA and then have an EA available. I'm not going to try to go up to 20 funded accounts like some guys are doing. On good for them. I need more income coming in. You know, due to doo doo. I said doo doo. Uh, you know, I've toyed with so many different things over the years. I do like the 369 chart, but also, I've used to try to trade this 123 chart, and the 123 chart might be a decent way of taking on the account too, but like adding contracts in on a good position once you figure out which way the market wants to go. In this case, you can see the crossover right around here on the bottom of this cup thing right here. So we see a little cup signal. Yeah. And I knew this is where I made most of my money on EA 174, was the cup um, little signal. And the technical signal is, if you have a cup, rounded cup, it'll go back up. So once it broke through here, it became a really good long signal. So that's where I made most of the money coming back to VWAP. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. So I saw this right here and I caught it, and then I added, and then I blew it. So it went down on me, and I DCA'd um, that account, PA 25, because I got pissed off that I was going to lose another one. I've had, obviously, since I've been with Apex, I've had 25 PAs that I've paid for, roughly between, let's just say I paid $130 to $140 for each one of those. And I've only been paid one time at Apex for $1,500 back in November of last year. So I'm obviously in more money than I've made at, and it's my fault because I have a hard time accepting when the market turns against me and allowing. I mean, as good as I am, I'm still have my faults. My biggest fault is not accepting losses when they're on the table, and then adding to that loss, DCA and into that account. And regardless of if it's a PA or EA, I find myself doing it and trying to dig myself out of a hole. Like today, like I said, I got up about $78, I think, and then I lost, and I got the account back to 25,100 right now. So I was only $100 loss, like $120 loss on my Friday before I threw in the towel and just went hog shit crazy. And that's my fault. It's what I do. I hit the panic button, and next thing I know, I have. I mean, I've got to respect the PA. I've been saying this forever. I've got to respect the PA when I'm in it. There's a huge difference between 90% off and paying $15 or whatever the amount is um, to get a 25,000 account, or 80% off for $30, or and then spending $130 once you get the PA. I mean, that's equivalent to buying 4.33 EAs that I just threw away right there. And I have a hard time with allowing myself to accept losing trades, and a lot of it has to do with I don't know if my trading that I've put together works. I know it works most of the time, but I have a hard time just hitting flatten close button. I'll do close, but there comes a point where it gets between $500 and $600 loss that I do not push the close button. That I'm like, oh, my max trailing drawdown is really screwed up right now, and instead of accepting a $500 loss, I allow it to go to 1,000. And then I allow it to go to uh, the threshold where max trailing threshold is hit and closes me out of my account. There, in a nutshell, that's how I've lost every PA that I've ever had. I allow there's a certain amount that I just throw in the towel. I get into the WTF mentality. I've said this before, and I just say it's like being a deer in the headlights. I can't. I've lost too much in the trade that I can't hit the button because the max trailing drawdown on the next trade is going to take me out anyway. If I don't, it comes to a point where you almost got to think of the max trailing drawdown is 500 below where you think it is. So it's 1,500. No, it's really about 500 to 1,000 that you can afford to lose, and it's tough. I mean, you can see I was trading 3 at a time, but if you do this, let me get in the sim. If you do this, it's just
Order filled. Order filled.
if you do this and keep adding,
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order
you get to your max amount that you can go. At some point, if it moves against
Order
you,
filled. Order filled.
so I'm at 39 contracts right now. If you keep hitting that button, yeah, sure, I win this one right now. Maybe if I go up here and take it
Stop
off,
filled.
right?
Stop filled. Order
Hit the close
filled.
button, get out, I mean, and then it looks profitable. You're adding to a winning trade, so you can do that when the market's going up with you, and you pull out a good amount of money. But when it goes against you, it moves quickly against you. I gotta figure out why this stupid thing will not allow the seat underneath it. Hold on, let's see if I can figure this freaking thing out. Well, if you figured it out. If you can put your chart always on top, it's going to show always on top. I've been having this problem for so long. So if you pop that right there always on top, no matter how you try to bring something over, it's always on top. So then if you go into your settings and click that off, so obviously I clicked that at some point in my past, and now, here we go, I fixed it. Yay. So, yay, yay. Look at that nice move coming off of that. Here's what the 3-minute chart, that rounded bottom, and up we go. All right, I'm tired of bitching about it. It is what it is at this point. At some point, I'll be more comfortable. I think once I've got a more of a consistent income coming in, and then I decide when I can trade inside the job that I'll be taking on, I'll be in a much better position to, there'll be a certain amount of money that I would be willing to put to ATF, Apex, or any of these trading firms and not try to make my livelihood, which has not worked. I wanted it to be this. I wanted this to be my answer to see these guys pull. Nutty Bart, good for him, man. He figured out something that works for him. He pulled out 70,000 this year so far from Apex. That's very impressive. And I mean, I've been successful in all forms of trading except day trading. And positional trading and long-term trading's been easy because you just, you know, buy when the market are coming down hard and add to your positions. Like this crash we just had, adding into that. That's been a successful thing. You know, at some point, market probably crashes. Just to be a long-term investor, as Warren Buffett would tell you, and don't worry about the fluctuations of the market as a long time. But day trading has been tough for me, especially since I was actually profitable at Top Step at the end, but at Apex I've never been profitable long term, and a lot of it has to do with that max trailing drawdown. I hate that son of a gun. I hate that part of Apex. You know, it's just dollar for dollar moving behind you and not allowing, you know, I mean, but it doesn't matter if it's 26.5. I mean, excuse me, it's 23.5. I'd hit that too. So I can make all the excuses under the world. If the loss would have been at 23.5, I'd still lose. So maybe not as much, but I'd still lose. It would be easier to take a $500 loss if you knew that the max trailing drawdown didn't move up behind it dollar for dollar. That would make it easier. But the problem with it, you get what you got to get to eventually, and everyone knows the answer to this is you got to get, because you know it on the PA it's going to stop after it moves up to the original account balance of the 25.50 or 25.100, wherever it stops. You know, if you build enough cushion into the account, you know, 30, 35, 40,000, you know, taking a $500 hit is not that big because your max trailing drawdown is not coming behind that. So you got to get, bottom line, you got to get your account, your PA, to a certain amount of account balance so that you're not worried about the max trailing drawdown. You know, and the only way to do that, in my humble opinion, is I have to be more patient with myself and allow you know, just a slow build up of the account to get to where I want it to be. Volatility in this market is extremely high right now, and it's a double-edged sword. Yeah, you can make $1,000 or lose 1,500 easy. You know, you're running with targets of a stop loss of 240, 250 ticks, and targets of 300 and 360 today on 3 contracts. I mean, it's very easy to lose if you DCA into the account. And let's just call it what I am. I have been a losing trader at overall, and I think a lot of it has to do with I just don't have the patience to hold, and I get into a position that I throw the towel in, and it has a lot to do with, even though I scrape and save all this money together to, you know, and keep living, you know, I don't respect the $130 expenditure of the PA at this point in time, because I get to the point where regardless of what's happening, I get to the WTF mentality that I've been over and over has been my issue. I mean, it's been my nemesis. Doesn't matter how, in the end, the only barometer, a measurement of a success is, did you fail or pass or take money? Actually, I guess the only barometer, what Jesse Livermore said, the only safe money in trading is money that you actually pull out of the account. All the rest is at risk. And that, in a nutshell, has been my. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good of a trader that I've been day in and day out. If you have 10 days out of the year where you blow it, doesn't matter if the other 230 days are profitable. If the 10 days take you out, you've got to, there's got to be a point where you say, ouch, and move to the next trading day. You're wrong. And I, unfortunately, have never been able to do that for the most part since I've moved over to Apex. And I make a lot of excuses, but bottom line, it's what's going on in between right here for me. I get to that point where I just throw the towel in, like I said, and don't care anymore if I lose or win that, lose that trading day. I get to the point where the loss is too great and I know I can't overcome it. So in that point, I just need the market to rally in my favor to save me. And that's not the way to go at trading. So it doesn't matter how often you are profitable if you allow that one day to get away from you, and you do what I do, which is kiss money goodbye, and just I'd be better off taking that money and I've said this before, go to the casino and get a couple beers and throw it at the craps table, as I'd get a little bit more enjoyment out of that money than throwing it into this arena right now that I'm in. For God, I've been day trading 30 years of my life. I mean, I feel like I've had some really, really good years, but not here since I've been at Apex. I've not had, just not been a good experience for me. I'm hoping with solving one of my issues, in this case, the money issue coming in, month out, not having to scrimp and claw to make sure that, the mortgage, we've paid our bills are getting paid, don't get me wrong, I mean, we're scraping by, but there's nothing extra right now. There's nothing, I've got a limited amount of funds that I can throw at this, and I've got to keep that mentality coming into this. So even so I'm hoping, my hope is that I'll be a more patient trader with income coming in and the money that I've put together. I'm willing to buy 3 EAs in a month, so I'm basically at 80% off, and I'm willing to right now purchase 1 PA in a given month, maybe 2. So I might end up getting to, but that PA's got to, I've got to allow myself to get paid from that PA. So I've got to allow, and it has to do with not over leveraging the account, period. Once I get into the over leveraged position and adding contracts and DCA and doing everything I know that's wrong, I have only myself to blame at this point, and I take full responsibility of my trading. I'm the one that's allowed this to happen. I know the rules at Apex. I know what you can and can't do for the most part. I mean, they change rules every so often. This is happening or that's happening, but for the most part, I know that you can add just 1 into your DCA So if I'm trading 3, I can add 1 into a losing position, and that's it. You keep adding to that button. So once I hit, once I get,
Order
I
filled.
know that I can do it
Order
one
filled.
time, but if that goes against me, let's see if it goes against me right here. I don't know if so let's just say it went against me. If
Order
I add
filled.
that next one on and go up to 9, now I put this trade at risk because I DC, if it would have been a DCA trade,
Order filled.
it would have put me in a position of having to go even higher. But one of the issues that is that I put myself in the position that I needed to make money at Apex, and that need has allowed myself not to be successful. So in the long run, I've not been successful, and the need that I wanted. So it becomes needs and wants. I want to be paid at Apex. I need to make money at Apex, and that's not a good position to be in. You need to be able to have a more consistent way of going at this, at least me personally. So these guys that can afford 20 funded accounts, they've got another source of income that allows them to do that. For instance, I don't know what Nutty Bar does for a living, but he's got a nice house, a nice yard, and the other dude, Alpine, he's must be doing something outside. He's allowed the market to work. These guys that have that ability to do that, God bless them, man. They've been able to make it work for them. Well, maybe I'll be able to get to that point as well with a good source of income coming in that I can allow myself to be a little bit more flexible on the my trading account and not worry so much about each individual trade that I'm in. Trying to. That's a nice up move we've been in here recently, going all the way back up. So that's it. That's it, Fort Pitt. All right, Dave Knight here at Dave Knight Trading. Like I said, I start my job at Humana August 26th. 5 weeks of trading. I don't know how much time I'll have for trading. I hope to be able to either trade the mornings or afternoons, have an hour or 2 hours available at any given day, or maybe it's only 3 days a week, maybe it's only 4 days a week, maybe it's only 2 days a week, but whatever that is, to maximize the time that I have to. Right now, the overall goal before I get to the EA, get this EA 174 to position to a PA that I can pay for it, but not until pretty much I get paid with my new job that I'm doing. So it's sometime probably in September to move it from EA to PA. So I might be willing to take another $30 reset or rollover or whatever it's called. And then once I get paid at Humana and get actually physical money coming in, then take that EA to PA. That's I've already spent 130 in the month of August. I think I spent it in July, to be honest, if I'm not mistaken. So I do have 130 available in August. I just don't know if I want to do it right now. I might add another EA to my account and try to get both those EAs in position to be a PA. So that might be where my mind goes at this point. So I'm going to think about how I want to approach the rest of August right now. I'm really against me spending another $130 on a PA until I can respect the PA. All right, I'm leaving now. God bless, take care. See you next video I put together. I will be back whenever I feel like being back. Talk to you later. Bye now.